are
Alex,
Daniel,
Mihai,
Denis,
Ionuț,
Maria, Anabela,
Maria,
Diana, and Mihaela. We are pupils from Dimitrie A Sturdza Gymnasium School from Iași, and we invite you for a walk through our city, Iași. Iași is the second biggest city in Romania after the capital city, Bucharest, and is the biggest city in Moldavia region, whose capital it was from 1564 until 1859, when the Romanian Principate is annexed and the capital moved to Bucharest. Iași is also called the cultural capital of the country and the city on the seven hills. After the ancient fortress of Rome.
Our school is situated at the foot of one of the seven hills and is guarded by two of the city's oldest cultural and spiritual centers, Cetățuia, Fortal Monastery, and Frumoasa, Beautiful Monastery. Fortalice Monastery, which watches over us from the top of the hill with the same name, was founded by the Moldovan voivode Gheorghe Duca, and it was sanctified in 1670. It was built from the very beginning as a medieval fortified complex capable to protect the ruler and the boyars against invaders. This is why it is surrounded by thick walls and is guarded by a lofty tower.
Beautiful monastery, which is close to our school and whose bells we can hear tolled every day, goes back to the 16th century.
The nowadays church of the monastery was built between 1836-1839, and it towers over the surroundings through its white slim silhouette and its four domes, guarded by an imposing tower and fenced by a stone wall worn down by time. Through centuries, beautiful monastery had various usage, being a military hospital and even a prison. It is said that the ones sentenced to death were taken out to execute through the hangman's gate from the dungeons of the royal palace. The exit from the monastery through this gate opened to a waste land, the place where public executions by hanging of thieves were organized between 1820 and 1845, especially in fair days.
Another hill covered by history and culture is Căpău Hill. Here lies the first and the biggest botanical garden from Romania, which was set up in 1856. There are many plant species, some from different continents, sheltered in greenhouses, and became one of the most popular sites in Iași, no matter the season. Going down the Căpău Avenue, lined by linden trees, symbols of the city, you can stop to relax in Căpău Park, the oldest park from Iași. In the middle, there is the Lion's Obelisk, which is the oldest monument in Romania. Right next to it, you cannot possibly miss Eminescu's linden tree. This tree is over 500 years old and is one of the most important tree monuments from Romania, and it is closely linked to our national poet Mihai Ionescu.
If we continue our walk, 5 minutes later, Alexandrian Cuza University greets us. It is the oldest university from Romania, set up in 1816 by the first ruler of Romania, and it is named after him. It is one of the 5 universities in Iași, and together with Grigore Popa University of Medicine and Pharmacy, Gheorghe Asahi Technical University, Ion Ionescu de la Brad University of Agricultural Science and Veterinary Medicine, and the George Enescu University of Arts make Iași the second largest academic center in the country after Bucharest. 60,000 students study each year in your city. An academic center cannot exist without an university library. It is named after Mihai Ionescu, who was a librarian here for a short while, and it is one of the largest in the country. It is the first Romanian library completely online, opened to the international public.
Passing by the library, we can say we have finished going down Copău Hill and we are now heading towards the heart of the city Iași, the Union Square. This is situated at the intersection of three historical streets named after great rulers, Stephen the Great, Alexandru Lăpușneanu and Alexandru Ioan Cuza. The name Union Square comes from the fact that here the first ever Union Hora, Romanian round dance, was dancing on the 24th of January 1859 when the Romanian principalities Moldavia and Țara Românească united. This day became one of the national holidays for Romanians, and people living in Iași recreate the event each year, dancing the Union Hora around the commemorative monument.
From here, our footsteps are being called by the grand building of the Palace of Culture, which you can see in the distance along the Stephen the Great Avenue. You will discover the imposing building of the Metropolitan Cathedral. The sanctification of the cathedral on the 23rd of April 1887 was a national event joined by the King Carol I and Queen Elizabeth. Nowadays, the cathedral is a pilgrimage place for hundreds of thousands Orthodox believers who come here every year on the 14th of October, when Saint Paraskeva, the protector of Moldavia, is celebrated. On this occasion, the holiday lasts for 7 days.
Right across the Metropolitan Cathedral, at the end of the park, there is another building we, people living in Iași, take pride in. I am talking about the National Theatre, which was the first national theatre in Romania back in the 1896. In time, this edifice sheltered many theatre and opera plays, here working some of the most important artists in the whole country. The Romanian Opera is also here. In front of the Metropolitan Church you can also find the City Hall, Rosnovano Palace, which was for a while the royal residence and during World War I was the headquarters for the refugee government from Bucharest.
Even though the Palace of Culture still lures us with its beauty, we cannot simply pass by an unique monument, the Free Hierex Monastery. This was built by Vasile Lupu ruler between 1637-1639 and served as a shelter to St. Paraskeva's relics before being moved to their current location. The monastery is famous for the embroidery carved in stone, which covers the exterior walls, which was preserved in its original form in most parts. The legend says that the outer walls were covered in gold, and the Turk invader set it on fire to melt down the gold. Here we are, finally, in the Palace of Culture Square. We notice the blending of old and new, of history and modern, which we can see all over the city Iași. In front of the palace there is an old church with exterior paintings founded in 1492 by Stephen the Great Voivode. The name of the church is Royal St. Nicholas because it was built in close proximity of the old royal court, whose ruins we can still spot. The Palace of Culture, an effigy of Iași city, was built on the very spot the old royal court once stood between 1906-1925 and was used as an administrative and justice palace until 1955, when its main purpose was changed into a cultural one becoming the headquarters for the Moldova Museums complex. Unfortunately, due to the fact that lately the building goes under ample renovation and consolidation works, it cannot be visited, but we can delight ourselves with the sweet melody of Union Hora, Romanian round dance which plays every hour from the clock tower of the palace.
As I was saying, here, more than anywhere else in the city, history blends perfectly with the modern. The Palace of Culture is bordered by the first lifestyle complex in Romania, a true city in the very heart of the city. Palace Complex, which displays shops, coffee shops, bookshops, and a wonderful park. These are only few of the sights of Iași city, which due to its cultural spiritual richness and long history, it is worthy of becoming European Cultural Capital, title for which it candidates for 2021. We are proud to have been born here and for living in Iași, and we believe that everyone should visit our city at least once in a lifetime. We are kindly awaiting you. Goodbye for now.